Someone must.
Shut your mouth.
Christopher Wallace Way or something?
Christopher Wallace Way, I think it is.
Okay. Alright. True Tupac fans know that Pac was actually born in Harlem. See, I just knew that. You know, I think Envy wrote this. Then he eventually moved to Baltimore where he stayed, so he was a teenager, and then moved to Marin City in California. Alright, cool. That's what's up. I think that's dope.
Yeah, and he does have a street named after him.
Yeah.
Oh, Christopher Wallace Way, I think, right?
In Brooklyn.
Christopher Notorious Big Wallace Way.
Yeah. Ooh. Imagine living on that street. You can't even say it. It's so long. Alright. Former music executive Lance Rivera insists that Jay-Z never stabbed him in 1999. So he said he never stabbed him. I think it's so funny because allegedly, I guess Jay-Z said that he did or something. Back in 1999, Lance Rivera, better known as which I don't know why that's his middle name. Why would you do that? Was stabbed at a party for Q-Tip. Is a former music executive, whatever, known mostly for his close association with Biggie.
That's
right. For years, there have been several different stories about what happened in that at the club, who stabbed
You just trying to prove you can read.
But on paper, that's what I'm saying.
We got audio.
But on paper, Jay-Z was believed to be. I don't want to listen because I don't understand what them niggas be talking about. So I ain't really trying. I mean, I'll let y'all decipher, but I'm gonna read first, Envy. Jay-Z was believed to be the person that stabbed him. At the time of the stabbing, Jay-Z maintained that his innocence.
We get it. Yes, you can read.
Well, he said it in the lyrics. In Kill Jay-Z, he said in the lyrics, he said, the actual lyric is, you got a knot in your chest, imagine how a knife hurts. You stabbed over some records. Your excuse was he was talking too reckless. So he talks about that in Kill Jay-Z.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he mentioned that a couple times.
Yeah.
You want to throw to the audio now?
We can do it. Matter of fact, I'll let you go to the audio then. I'll let you throw it to the audio. Go ahead, throw it.
Was Jay-Z the one that actually stabbed you?
No, Jay-Z was not the guy who actually stabbed me that night.
But Jay-Z was there when you got stabbed. Was actually in front of you when you got stabbed.
It was like, me and Jay-Z had a conversation right before I got hit in the head with a champagne bottle.
Well, what did he tell you?
He just kept saying, you broke my heart. You broke my heart. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I don't know where people got Jay-Z stabbed me from. Because if anybody knows Jay-Z, Jay-Z's a nice guy. And it's never been his history.
Hey, man, salute to DJ Vlad. Dropping a clues bombs for Vlad, because that Lance Rivera Vlad TV interview had me in a chokehold all week. And I feel like I watched all 73 clips of that interview.
That is crazy. So he said he never did. But this is the thing. Like, do you think something like that could be, like, paid off? I mean, I don't know.
I mean, it's been so long ago. I mean, I don't know what's true and what's not true. I just know it's a very fascinating conversation.
But he did say we was talking, and he broke my heart.
Well, they all from Brooklyn, and they, and Lance used to run Biggie's record label.
Yeah.
So I'm sure they were all a tight-knit community. I mean, he was Biggie's partner. He was the one that, had Little Kim and had Caesar, had Junior Mafia. So they probably all knew each other. So I'm sure it was something different than just whatever it was.
Oh, it was over the bootleg. He thought they said that was bootlegging Jay-Z's album. It was, I think it was volume 3. Another thing that said in there too, he talked about how Nas told y'all what it was on Ether when he said your man stabbed on it, made you take the blame.
Wow, damn, they just talking about this just all over lyrics and stuff.
But I love that interview, man, because is in there talking about like Biggie's creativity.
Well, we have that too. We have some of the clips too about something. He talks about Biggie.
I honestly, as much as I know and as many people as I speak to, I honestly don't know who killed Biggie. Do you feel like you know who killed Biggie?
Yeah.
Can you say it?
No. I'm going to tell it on the series.
Okay. But you feel confident you know who did it?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I did my research.
Okay.
And stop blaming Suge, because nowhere in Suge's story has always been beat them up, fuck them up, drag them. In this story, there's no kill him, shoot him, was shooting Suge. All these guys was puppets, scapegoats. Bigger plays were involved when it came to this hundreds and billions of dollars in money, man.
why are these conversations so fascinating to me? It's like Greek mythology at this point when you hear those stories.
Because this is all real. This is written information that we don't even seem like we would ever find out. That's why.
That's why when you meet people from that era, people that was actually there, like, you just find yourself going down a rabbit hole of conversation with them if they were willing to talk.
Well, there was no social media back then, so the only time you got information was the news and Angie Martinez and Wendy Williams back then. So you never got the full story. So now that these brothers are telling the full story, you want to hear it. Like, you want to hear all that information.
I tell Angie Martinez that all the time. People that have had conversations with Biggie and Tupac, like, actually interviewed them, they're just like, that's beyond iconic to me. Because they don't even seem like real people.
But so many of our fallen soldiers, whether it was Big Pun, whether it was Old Dirty Bastard, whether it was, Michael Jackson, those conversations are the ones we didn't get to hear because there was no social media. The internet just was started at that time.
Right. Guess what? What? AI about to make AI about to bring all of them back.
And something as serious as this, don't be keep putting in rumor report for me. Do this when y'all got another co-host or something like this, because this is very serious stuff.
I thought you weren't having no more co-host.
And then, y'all doing it to the end of the year, so until, I make a choice to be like, all right, can't nobody else come up here. Y'all got to give them the hard stories. Because this is serious. I'm sweating reading this shit. I'm like, hold up. She's serious.
Like, I wasn't even born when all of this was happening.
I didn't even get to meet Jay yet, man. This is crazy.
All right. When we come back, we got front page news. Cesar Figueroa will be joining us at the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
What sort of overall look most appeals to you?
Perhaps Avatar. Pro Football Hall of Fame. For 4 days only, save up to 50% on quality hot tubs and swim spas with payments as low as $59. The Pro Football Hall of Fame is Friday through Monday.
Rocket Money, bills and budgets. Install and go.
Now, whenever I tell people that it's possible to save half their What's up, YTV? This is your boy DJ Y, and I'm back with another episode. Guys, in today's video, I want to show you rappers' reaction to DJ NVE and Ricky Rose beef. So first of all, I want to show you legendary Fat Joe and his reaction. Fat Joe says it's time to squash this stupid beef.
Like what's going on with Rick Ross and DJ Envy? Don't like it. I love them both. Beautiful men, in their own right, successful, do their thing. I don't like where it's going. I know I've had my share of beefing with people worthy. You know what I'm saying? But don't like it because they both beautiful.
What is going on? Where's everybody at? I'm on live. Nobody even paying attention. Yo, what's up? Your boy 50.
Guys, you know that absolutely everyone in social media is talking about this beef, man. Here is some fan reactions, and here is tweets by DJ NVE you see on the screen. Here is also yours truly, Uncle Murda, and his reaction. Guys, honestly tell me what you think about this beef between Rose and DJ NVE. Please tell me in the comment section. Honestly to say, I think that this is very stupid, bro. Because this is two different lanes, man. Both of them have their own car show, and I have big respect to both.
Oh, man, fat boy.
Shit, we can't talk.
We rolled the whole way.
It is. You know,
to the big man.
Shout out to the biggest boss. Shout out to the biggest boss.
Guys, as you see, this beef really went on another level, man. They not playing no more, bro. So I wish to see some respect and love between Rose and DJ NWE.
Hey there, DJ every book. I might help you sell some books, but your girlfriend faked the for 2 decades.
Guys, you know that every story has two sides. Some fans saying that they are with DJ NWE because he does it for the community when Rose does it for his rich friends. Two different lanes, bro. Honestly to say, I have no clue what to say, bro. I have big respect to DJ NWE and Rose, but it seems that they don't play no more, man. They take it so seriously, man. So guys, before I finish the video, I have a question of the day. Please honestly tell me what you think about this beef between Rose.
Good night.
And DJ NWE, please tell me in comment section. We need less drama, more music, and peace in the world. Period. Thanks for watching.
These are the newest Pixel devices, engineered by Google. Take better low-light photos with Night Sight. Get rid of unwanted distractions with Magic Eraser. And unblur your blurry memories with Photo Unblur. The Pixel Tablet, Fold, and 7a, engineered by Google.
Not the donkey of the day today.
Well, Donkey of the Day for Tuesday, May 23rd goes to Daniel Penny. If the name sounds familiar, but not really. Daniel Penny is the man charged with second-degree manslaughter in the video recorded subway killing of Jordan Neely earlier this month. Rest in peace to Jordan Neely. Now, look, everyone is innocent until proven guilty. All right, did Daniel Penny kill Jordan Neely? Yes, we saw that on video. It's up to a court of law to determine whether or not what he did was a criminal act. All right, don't be mad at me. That's the way the law works. So, in a situation like this, I see it, I mind my business, wait for the facts to come out. But Daniel Penny gave his first interview with the New York Post, and I will never understand why it's so hard for people to have hate. Maybe it's the unmelanated gall. I don't know what it is that makes someone who is this man in front of the whole world feel like they have to have a conversation about it. And if you're going to have a conversation about it, show some empathy for the family and the life you took. Show some remorse. But nope. Nobody clearly prepped Daniel Penny on how to do any of those things. And maybe they don't have to because in the eyes of America, this might be an easy call. Daniel Penny, white, male, military veteran, hero, saving people from Jordan Neely, black male, threatening mental health issues. Yeah, we see the narrative that's being painted. And another narrative that's being painted is that Daniel Penny is a racist. And in this interview with the New York Post, he pushed back on the notion that he is indeed a white supremacist. Let's go to Fox News for the report, please.
The Marine veteran accused in the chokehold death of a homeless subway rider breaks his silence. Daniel Penny addressing the incident on the subway that is now has him facing second-degree manslaughter charges, telling the New York Post, quote, "This had nothing to do with race. I judge a person based on their character. I'm not a white supremacist. I mean, it's a little bit comical. Everybody who's ever met me can tell you. I love all people. I love all cultures. You can tell by my past and all of my travels and adventures around the world, I was actually planning a road trip through Africa before this happened."
Daniel, your penny got a hold of it. Okay? You sound hopeless. Word to Dion Farris. All the uncles and aunties know who that is. All you youngins Googling. Here's some words you don't use to describe a murder. Okay? When you are charged with manslaughter. Comical. Okay, Daniel Penny said it's a little bit comical to call him a racist. Daniel, I don't know if you're a racist or not, but you have to understand that some people are trying to figure out why you would just strangle a man on the subway, okay? And a white man doing that to a black man in America, we are always going to go to race first. So it's not comical to think you're a racist. It's context. Okay, historical context at that. Blame your ancestors and racist peers for people jumping to that conclusion. But that's not even the reason you're getting donkey today. I mean, personally, you could have just left it at, I'm not racist. I love all people. I love all cultures. But no! Did y'all catch it, the reason why he couldn't be racist? Listen to this one again.
I'm not a white supremacist. I mean, it's a little bit comical. Everybody who's ever met me can tell you. I love all people. I love all cultures. You can tell by my past and all of my travels and adventures around the world, I was actually planning a road trip through Africa before this happened.
I was actually planning a road trip through Africa before this happened. Now that's comical. okay? A road trip through Africa. White people going to Africa is what makes them less racist. Daniel Penny, do you know anything about the European colonization of Africa? I mean, what do you want to call it? The scramble for Africa, the partition of Africa, the conquest of Africa, whatever you want to call it, it was the invasion and colonization of most of Africa by several Western European powers. So a white man visiting Africa doesn't mean they have tolerance for black people. Okay, planning to go to Africa doesn't in any way mean you don't suffer from white supremacy or racism. That's like saying a man isn't fat because he goes to Whole Foods. Okay, fat people have access to Whole Foods like racists have access to Africa. Okay, what's next, Daniel Penny? You gonna tell us that some of your best friends are black? You gonna tell us you voted for Barack Obama twice? Oh, Black Panther's your favorite movie too, Daniel Penny, huh? You cried when T'Challa and Queen Ramonda died. And for the record, I'm not saying Daniel Penny is racist. I have no idea what this man believes in his heart. I just know that this is absolutely from the Some of My Best Friends Are Black playbook. And another example of how we can't have real conversations about race, okay? I think white people like Daniel Penny have superficial relationships with black people, and he doesn't even understand how race plays out in a black person's daily life. If he did, he would probably understand why folks are calling him a racist for strangling a black man to death on a train. I'm just here to tell y'all this morning that proximity to blackness does not stop white people from doing racist things. I repeat, proximity to blackness does not stop white people from doing racist things. I know New York Post, y'all was trying to humanize Daniel Penny. I get it. But in humanizing him, how about keep him from sounding stupid? Please let Remy Ma give Daniel Penny the biggest ER.
Hee-haw, hee-haw, you stupid motherfucker.
Wake that ass up early in the morning. Breakfast Club.
Aloha.
Find your perfect Las Vegas property. A resort that has it all, or a retreat on the edge of town.
I could do this shit with no effort. You know I do this shit with no effort. I could do this shit with no effort. Nigga, shoes took a house. I took your bitch, took that whole to town. Play my role so good after I hit, I took a ball. Take some pound for a pound. Take your time, take it serious. I'm curious. Should I buy me a watch or an aquarium? Get your sack took, we gon' take you for a joke. If you like that last batch, bring some money.
Revelio. Aloha Mora. Heard you're defending Hogsmeade against trolls. You know, there is such a thing as trying too hard.
Gryffindor, but I've always liked Hufflepuff.
Let me tell you what happens to a woman when you treat her like she.
And when your man's head hurt, your fans got to cut. Put the land rubber through the west side. Go Rolex in the state of peripheral. Got the full moon in the middle of the day. Got the moon.
What is going on with you? What is going on with you?
the silver main guard. Marvello's indestructible speed.
When your crush asks to see your place, can we talk?
Final Fantasy XVI opens with a bang. Two swirling icons, the colossal beasts that series fans will know better as summons, pepper each other with fireballs and lash out with their hefty tails as they descend deep under the earth in a scene reminiscent of Gandalf's plunging tussle with the Balrog. It's a level of spectacle rarely witnessed in a video game, and an early indicator of the huge-scale story awaiting those venturing into Square Enix's latest. Having played the following 4 or so hours, it's a promise largely lived up to, with razor-sharp combat and thrilling boss battles consistently exciting. But beyond the blade, it also engages through its thoroughly fantasy-rooted tale, establishing the world of Phalisthea, its factions, and individual personalities to good effect. It makes for an electrifying opening which, despite being a little cutscene heavy at times, made me wish I didn't have to stop playing. The opening section that I played is described by Square Enix as a special version made for media to experience, and content may differ from the final version. But regardless of if the events presented are identical to the final game or not, don't worry, I won't be spoiling any story details for Final Fantasy XVI, just discussing some of the themes at play and the stage they set. Phalisthea is a world that returns Final Fantasy to its more classic fantasy roots, albeit with heightened cinematic aspirations. It's not afraid to throw spectacle after spectacle your way right from the...
The Backbone controller accessory is one of the most popular phone accessories out there, but it comes at a pretty hefty price of $100. Now, I of course have the PlayStation branded one, but functionally it's the exact same as the regular Backbone controller. You have all the buttons you would need to play any type of console game and various mobile games natively on the device. What's great about the Backbone is how simple it is and how fast it works with all different types of games. Literally just put your phone in, slide it in, and then boom, it is done. And after it's set up, which that's literally all it takes, you can immediately play on Xbox, PlayStation, or games natively on the device. It is extremely convenient. However, I do use a case for my phone, so unfortunately you can't use a case with this device. It just doesn't work. So anytime I use the Backbone, I have to pop it out of this case, which thankfully for me is not very hard. I just take it out and then slide it in, whoops, backwards, and then boom, it's immediately ready to go. Now, you might have a phone that has a case where you have to, undo all the things up here in the corner. That would be honestly terrible. So, if you have a case that you use and that you trust and you don't want to have to take your phone out constantly, I don't know if this is a good idea for you, if it's a case that's, really hard to take off. Thankfully, mine's just an easy snap-off, snap-on one. But as for the device itself, it feels really nice. It almost feels the exact same as it did whenever I bought it. The only difference now, 9 months later, is this right trigger. So obviously this is useful in a lot of games, from racing games, shooting games. You're going to use this button a lot. The resistance has gone down a lot on this button. It still goes up all the way, don't get me wrong. And honestly, it still feels okay to use. I can just feel the resistance in this trigger that I don't use as often, way more than I feel the resistance in this trigger. So it's just a little noticeable, but aside from that, durability-wise, this thing has lasted. I have 2 kids. They use it sometimes. It's been dropped, it's been thrown around, and it still works just fine. And of course, when you don't have it attached to your phone, this is how it looks. I really like this extend function. It feels really nice. Haven't had any issues with it. I could see it maybe being a problem over time when you're constantly doing this over and over and maybe bending it a little bit. But 9 months later, still going pretty strong. This definitely has a lot of hours of use, playing long JRPGs, shooters, action games, and it's still working almost the exact same as it has whenever I bought it. Like I said, the one difference being the trigger right here just feels a little loose, but nothing terrible. And in case you didn't know, you can actually charge this device as you're using it, which is really useful. I lay in bed playing it like this all the time, and that's really awesome. And you can have a headphone jack, so just 2 wires coming from both sides. You got the whole gaming experience on the go. I mostly play it in bed. I guess if you play a lot of phone games natively, you can take it with you out of the house. For me personally, though, I mostly play handheld games in my house, and the convenience of this device has definitely been worth the $100 asking price, without a doubt. Now, as for the services, you're seeing some Bayonetta footage right now. This actually comes from the
PS5 Remote Play app. PS5 Remote Play looks really crisp. Unfortunately, there is a little bit of lag every now and then, or just some judder, but ultimately, it's a great way to play your PS5 on the go. As for Xbox, I mostly do Remote Play. I don't usually use the cloud streaming service, and with the Xbox app on Remote Play, you're seeing a little bit of Gears of War footage. I didn't capture that much. It's sort of the opposite of PlayStation. The image isn't as crisp, but there's barely any delay. Like, I don't really feel much delay at all, unless I'm playing like a hardcore action game, or iPhone game. All of those games work with this controller, and this is definitely worth it for you. Without a doubt, you don't have to get the PlayStation branded one. You could, of course, just get the black one that has the B, X, Y, A buttons, and it's highly recommended. Like, it comes at a premium price of $100 for an accessory, and a lot of people aren't okay with that. But as for the backbone, don't count it out. This is a 9 months later review, and it's still fantastic. It's definitely worth the asking price. But thankfully, I see it go on sale quite a bit, so you might end up finding it for like 60, 70 bucks. I've actually seen it as low as 50 before. It goes on sale all the time, and if you do catch it on a sale, it's definitely worth it. But let me know your thoughts down in the comments section below. Do you plan on getting a backbone device? Did this review thing? And I will talk to you guys next.
You don't want
Greetings, summoners. With the coming of Ring...
An expensive subscription service that blocks some of its features behind a paywall? It's number 3 on my list of 5 reasons not to buy a backbone that we'll explore in this video. So let's jump right in with number 1. The first one is design issues. So the backbone gets a lot of props for its design, and it's definitely solid for a lot of reasons, but it's not perfect, and some of its design flaws might turn you off. One of the issues is slim grips. I mean, they're almost non-existent, and sometimes the whole device feels hard to hold because of it. There's a reason a cottage industry has sprung up to sell switch grips that makes the device easier to hold. If you're a person who finds the Switch too slim to hold comfortably, you'll probably find the backbone going up to switch items, index, chunky grip kits, hopefully a bit wobbly once inserted into the backbone. This is a problem shared with a Razer Pro. There's just no way to make sure your phone is entirely secure in devices like this. So there's going to be a bit of wobble, and you probably notice it. The second reason is price. Let's face it, the backbone is an expensive device. Its nearest competitors are the GameSir X2 Pro and the Razer Kishi, which both have MSRPs of $79.99 USD. The backbone, on the other hand, starts at $99.99 USD, and it costs a lot more where I live in Canada. While I think the backbone is the superior product, I feel like almost $100 is a steep ask, and that price is even more egregious when we think about the extra costs we'll discuss in reason number 3. So nobody likes inflated prices. One of the things I'm hoping you do like is this video. If you do, please button mash that like button to help other people find the video. Many thanks. So reason number 3 is the Backbone Plus subscription service. So I already talked about this right off the top, but the Backbone Plus subscription service straight up sucks. We're all sick of BS subscription services by now, right? I mean, some of them are obviously essential, but others just feel like cash grabs. Backbone Plus bundles a bunch of features and asks a steep $39.99 USD per year for them. If you bought a Backbone early enough, you'll get Backbone Plus free for life, but us newer purchases get to subsidize the company's software development costs and profits. And I mean, I get that software development costs money, and the included game launcher and 1080p 60 FPS screen recordings are nice and all, if not exactly essential, but it really feels like some of this development time went into building barriers that push users towards a Backbone Plus subscription. For example, would you like to use your new Backbone controller with your PC, Mac, or iPad? Oh yeah, the Backbone can totally do that, but not so fast. First, you'll need to pony up for Backbone Plus. Look, the one saving grace here is that new users get 1 year of Backbone Plus for free with the purchase of the controller, so you'll be able to spend some time with the service and decide for yourself if it's really essential for you. It's also important to know that, at this point anyways, you'll still get firmware updates without a subscription. So that's nice, I guess. For my part, I barely touched the Backbone Plus feature because I refuse to get hooked into another subscription service. Subscription fatigue is real, and I'm not gonna lie, it totally cheapens the Backbone experience. And hey, I just wanted to mention, if you've made it this far, stick around for an extra bonus tip at the end of this video about why you might want to think twice before picking up this PlayStation Edition over the regular Backbone one. The fourth reason is power problems. So one thing I noticed right away with the Backbone is that it drains your phone's battery quickly while in use. I mean, this makes sense, right? The device doesn't have an internal battery, so it pulls power from your phone to run. This is a bit sad though, because it cuts down on your gaming time. In the Backbone's defense, it does have a pass-through power port, providing you're comfortable tethering yourself to an outlet or external battery while playing, but the whole power thing just dramatically cuts down on the portability of the device. And about that power port and lightning connector, reason number 5 is that these are things that Apple will be definitely ditching on its new phones within a few years, rendering this Backbone obsolete for new Apple devices. If you're the kind of person who upgrades their phone often, you might find yourself with a Backbone-shaped paperweight after you buy a new phone equipped with USB-C or some other connector. I intend to hold on to my older phones, so I can still use them with the Backbone. But that's not an option as my old devices will eventually go out of support. So definitely think about your phone upgrade habits before buying a Backbone. We're almost near the end of the video, but here's the last little quote. While I love this PlayStation edition of the Backbone, there are some things you'll want to be aware of. The main one is that you end up sacrificing the traditional Xbox or Steam Deck button layout that many games use natively for the PlayStation button layout. The reason for this is remote play. The whole reason for this controller existing is so you can connect to your PS4 or PS5 via the PlayStation app to play games remotely. That doesn't stop you from also playing games on Apple Arcade or Xbox Game Pass. And here's where you'll find games with a traditional XY-AB layout. You'll have to train your brain to remember that X is square, Y is triangle, and so on. It's a feature, not a bug. But if you don't think you'll be playing any games via remote play, then I'd avoid this PlayStation edition and go for a regular Backbone one. So the Backbone may not be perfect, but it's still a very good device. And if you're a Backbone fan, don't worry. My next video will be all about reasons to buy a Backbone, so watch out for that. If you haven't bought a Backbone yet, but would like to, there's an Amazon link in the description. Your purchase using my affiliate link supports the channel, so thank you in advance. I've been Chris from Late Stage Gaming, and I spend a ton of time playing in handheld and mobile gaming. As always, mobile gaming is good now, so go play some games on your phone, but before you do that, check out my full Backbone review by clicking on this video card.
Rocket money, bills and budgets. Get it today.
Revelio. Incendio. Confringo. Protego. Accio. Guardian Leviosa. Revelio. Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Incendio. Revelio. Potato! Revelio. Incendio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Confringo. Not so tricky after all, Merlin. Revelio. Revelio. Incendio. That wasn't so difficult. Revelio. I see you.
Manners are important, though, aren't they? Even in a fight. Want him done?
Incendio.
I'm sure it's a harder to kill.
You're not going to protect Incendio. Bring up. Place it.
They want to buy up. You will.
Incendio.
Bring up.
What do you have in store? Accio. Place it. Aloha Mora. Careful not to get bit. Place it. Incendio. Bring up. Accio. Revelio. Revelio. Confringo. Incendio. Reparo. Revelio.
This is utter nonsense. I've never heard such rubbish in all my life. I think I get more sense out of mooncalf dung.
Reparo. Revelio. Hello. Do you have anything for sale?
Hello. It's not often I see Hogwarts students here during the school year. I'm Priya Treadwell at your service, and I sell a variety of traveling necessities.
Are you related to Nora Treadwell?
Why, yes, she's my wife. Brilliant historian. Did you know that she's pursuing Merlin's life's work?
I actually met her and she introduced me to her work. I'm involved in it now as well.
Oh, that's wonderful. Then you must be rather brilliant as well. At any rate, I hope that you'll think of me whenever you find yourself in need of traveling supplies. It's been a pleasure meeting you.
Divertido.
Buenos días. ¿Cómo te llamas?
Buenas tardes, señora.
Buenos tardes, señora.
Lo siento, estoy muy ocupada, mucho.
Marco está cansado.
Marco está cansado. Marco está cansado.
Este libro es divertido.
Hasta mañana, señora Rivera.
Sí. Es bien.
Señora Sánchez, ¿cómo está usted?
¿Te llamas Carmen?
What do you have for sale?
Let's have a look, shall we? You won't be disappointed, I can promise you that. I didn't think I'd be the one doing the buying. So nice of you to stop by.
Incendio. Revelio. Here we are. Mr. Weeks wasn't wrong about the mountain views.
If it isn't the fastest Gryffindor.
Hello, Imelda. So, another trial?
Of course it's another trial. And you'd better be taking part.
Does this mean you've changed your mind about me?
Well, you're a step up from the good-for-nothings who usually challenge me. While they sit around and hope to be the best, I put in hours of practice. No one sets records by wishing for them. And I need strong competition to stay on top of my game. Are you going to try to beat my flying record or not?
Strong competition? Could that have been a compliment, Imelda?
Go ahead, believe what you want. Makes no difference. Compliments make people soft. No one goes around telling me I did a fine job. Do I care? No. I say I'm the best, and that's all I need. So please, try to beat my record, 5th year, and don't be disappointed when you lose.
Galeon, Ohio for my location.
The best way to get to Galleon by car is via I-.
Something about your face.